Yo people, welcome back to Ron's Tech Hub. So in this one, I'm going to be looking at the BeLoader and the BeLoader Pro. So I already had the normal BeLoader, but the guys over at BeLoader, I messaged them and they sent me a BeLoader Pro. That's what this is. Let me just say this video is not sponsored. I simply reached out and said, you know what, I really liked your device. I really liked the previous one. And they just be like, okay, cool, we'll send you one then. Cool, do your thing. And that was it. So shout out to the guys over at BeLoader. I really respect it. Thank you very, very much. So what's the BeLoader and what's the BeLoader Pro? They are simply devices which allow users to play using mouse and keyboard on their PS5s. Now you do have things like the Zim Apex, which I have here as well. Lovely device. This has actually allowed me to play so many console games on my console using mouse and keyboard. Even if I do play online, I'm still rubbish, but the option is there for me to actually play those games, where as if they never come to PC, I will have to completely miss them, because me playing some games with a controller is never going to work out properly, right? So that's what the BeLoader does. But it uses a clever trick where it streams your game across the network. And what it does, it strips away the information you don't need. So for example, typically when streaming, you send across 3 pieces of information. You send across the button inputs, you send across the video from the actual game and the audio as well. But what they've done, they've stripped away the video and audio and they've only sent across the button inputs. So when I press a key on my keyboard, for example, it will send that information across and nothing else. So that's how you can play console games using mouse and keyboard. The whole point of this video here is to actually unbox the BeLoader, just have a quick look around it. I actually don't know much about it yet, because when I actually was going to do a video for the original BeLoader, I went on the website and I noticed, oh, there's a firmware update, but there's a BeLoader Pro. So I had a quick look on the website and I realized they have a completely new device, which is here, the BeLoader Pro. I decided I might as well try and get that one to do a video on that. So here it is. So this is the box it comes in. I'm assuming it's going to be in something like this. So this is the original BeLoader box, not the BeLoader Pro. This is what it came in. This is what it looks like. Obviously you've seen that before. So let me get into opening this one now and grab my keys. All right, so here is what the BeLoader Pro looks like. Well, this is what the box looks like. I'm gonna move this out the way. Quite a bit bigger in my opinion. So this is just a box comparison again. So that's at the top there, more or less the same thickness, not too much different. But as you can see, it's about 1.5 times longer. Yeah, so roughly 50% longer. And that's what, oh my God, about 2-3 times bigger there. And we can even turn it that way and there'll still be some space. But in any case, that's what the box looks like. And as you can see, it looks very different. This looks a bit more futuristic. And now we have mic input that can go directly into the BeLoader and we can control, well, not my headset input, and we can control the volumes from here. Or I'm guessing at least the headset or the microphone volume. So let's quickly go around the box. On the front, it simply says BeLoader Pro, the only adapter to play all PS5 games with your USB device. And as I've mentioned before, my chosen USB device is the Zim Apex. This is it here. Very small device, very nice, very simple. Nothing at the top, nothing at the bottom, nothing at either side other than just the text of the website. On the back is where we have all the nice information that we want. So as you can see, it says wired network stable, no delay. So this one probably now has an Ethernet port, so you no longer have to get an adapter to use the BeLoader. We have suitable for various USB devices. So the Zim Apex is the only one I know, but I have heard loosely other names, but I don't remember what they are. Suitable for various joypads, so we can use joypads as well. So we have a 3.5mm earphone port, so it's not just for speakers, it's headphones as well. External power supply port, so I'm guessing it's an extra USB port on there somewhere. We have volume control knob, built-in multiple macro. Oh, that's nice. So we have macros built in, and we have professional forum free macro sharing, so people can share the macros that they have. Now down here, the product parameters, these are just the specific things for it. All right, so we have the product name is PS5 game adapter, or the BeLoader Pro. We have uses 3.3 volts and is 45 grams. I mean, not stuff that the typical person would need to know, but that's all the information from around the box there. To get inside the actual box, you could do it from the bottom as well, but they do have a section up here that simply says open from here. So let me use my big sloppy fingers to do this. Now, again, I do want to thank the guys over at BeLoader. This video is not sponsored by them in any single way, shape or form. I simply told them, listen, I like your device. I have a small YouTube channel. I reached out and they were like, okay, yeah, we'll send you something. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. All right, so I've got the tape off. Now let's pull this out. Apologies for the glare. My room is not well lit today. All right, so there we go. Let me put that in the background. And what actually comes is the plastic, and we have 2 USB cables here. Are they USB-C? They are both USB-C, which is really handy. So you might not have to use these cables if something does break. It's really easy to get a new one because everything's going USB-C now. Well, at least in Europe anyway. This I really like. I think I mentioned in my Steam Deck video that this is what more companies should do, which is simply print a single QR code somewhere in the box, on the box. This would have been perfectly fine, let's say on the back of the box as well, maybe somewhere stuck over here. Less paper again. We're all trying to save the planet in any way which we can. QR code for the manual makes a lot of sense. They can update the manual as well, update it on the website without having to send out a new document. It's just all there. So I really like this option. Here we have both BeLoaders. This one, the BeLoader Pro, is noticeably larger than the original BeLoader in my opinion. I mean, that's about what, 3 times larger I would say. So that's in the middle roughly. And if I go to the left of that, it's about there I would say maybe, and about there, so roughly 3 times larger. But again, still a very small device. Let me try and compare to, let's see, well, my Zim Apex is more or less the same size as the original BeLoader. So that's the Zim Apex. That's a typical memory stick size. Let me try and compare with my keys, my car keys. So this is a VW Golf car key, and again, that's the size there. Not too big, still very manageable. The original one was very small, but obviously didn't have as many features. There was no headphone port. You had to buy an adapter. With this, just comes with everything. There was an issue with power as well, so they gave you 2 USB ports so you can power this really well. And we have an Ethernet port. You know what? Let me go around the device now. I think the size comparison is pretty okay for most people. So going around the BeLoader device, here on the front we have the volume control. So this might be for microphone and headset, I'm not entirely sure. Looking at the device from the front, if we tilt it this way, as you can see, we have a headphone jack here. So that's a 3.5mm headphone jack, so most devices should work with this. We have a tiny button here with chain or infinity sign. I'm not sure yet, my eyes are really bad. I'm not sure what these buttons do yet, but I will find out. On the very front, we have a USB 3 port, which is good. Faster speeds, more power, that's really good. On this side, we have what looks like a back arrow or an up arrow. Don't know what that means. On this side, we have a USB-C port. So on the front, we have a typical USB-A. And at the very back, we have a USB-C port. We have 2 USB-C ports here, actually. And we also have an Ethernet port. So we can plug our Ethernet cable directly into this. That would give us better latency. So lower latency typically means faster connections, faster data being transferred. The higher your latency, the worse it's going to be. And on the very back, we have BeLoader Pro from BeLoader team. Again, thank you guys, made in China. And that's it for the BeLoader. So that was just my unboxing, just to give you guys the initial thoughts of what it looks like. I like the shape of this. I like that it comes with USB-C. I like that it's a bit heavier, a bit heftier. And the USB-C means that I have more cables. I love the fact that it has an Ethernet port, because that means I can plug directly into this and I can get better speed than I used to get with my Wi-Fi. Even though my Wi-Fi was okay, but the latency, the lower it is, the better it is. It's just that simple, right? What else do I like? I like the headphone jack. I can plug my 3.5mm headphone jack directly in. So I'm going to bring my headphones on screen. Really big, really not the best looking headphones in the world, but the microphone on this sounds amazing. So I would like, this is what I use for editing. This is what I use for playing my games as well. So having the option to plug directly into the BeLoader and it being powered okay and not dropping because the power is not being pushed there well enough. Really like it. So BeLoader team, well done. Again, I'm going to be using this with my Zim Apex. There should be a new Zim Apex device coming out relatively soon as well. So I'm looking forward to that. In the next video I do on this, I'm going to show you step by step how to set this up, upgrade the firmware, plug it in maybe with the Zim Apex. I don't have my PS5 with me now, but I'll show some steps so you guys can follow along. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and have a good one.